What if I told you that the man who once heard the voice of God was also the first to hide from it? Adam, what was it like to open your eyes for the very first time?
It was indescribable. The first thing I saw was light. And right after that, a voice. A voice so gentle that my heart understood before my mind did. It was God calling me by name.
And Eden, what was it like to live there?
It was peace. No fear, no guilt. Heaven wasn't just above me, it was within me. Everything was harmony. Every leaf, every sound, every breath of wind carried purpose. Time didn't exist because living in God's presence was living in eternity.
Did you ever feel lonely?
For a while, yes. There was beauty everywhere, but something was missing. And when He sent me into deep sleep, and I awoke to see Eve, it was like seeing the second half of my soul take form. That's when I understood what love was.
And God, what was it like to walk with Him?
He walked with me, Jonas, like a father with his son, like a friend with another. His words weren't just sound, they were life. And when He smiled, everything around me shone brighter.
But there came a day when the silence arrived, didn't it?
Yes. One day, the wind sounded different. The presence that once filled the air felt distant. The garden looked the same, but my heart didn't. What happened, Adam? There was a voice, subtle, pleasant, but deceitful. It spoke of freedom, but planted doubt. And when I doubted, Eden lost its sound.
What was the moment you realized everything had changed?
The air grew heavy. The golden light dimmed. I looked at Eve and saw fear, the same fear now living in me. And when I heard God's footsteps, I hid. For the first time, I felt ashamed of love.
Does the sound of God still echo for you?
It does, but differently. Before, it came from outside. Now, it whispers from within.
Adam, what happened after He called you? After that question, where are you?
There was silence. A heavy, sacred silence. I felt the weight of all creation. Eve stood beside me, and for the first time, I saw fear in her eyes. Then God appeared, and when He spoke, every word carried the weight of eternity. No shouting, no anger, just the pain of a father watching his child get lost.
Did you try to defend yourself?
I did. I said, "The woman you gave me," but it was fear, it was shame. And in trying to shift the blame, I only fell deeper into guilt.
And when God said you had to leave, what did you feel?
It was like hearing my own heart break. The presence that once surrounded me like morning wind began to fade. Not because He wanted to leave, but because sin built an invisible wall between us. I looked back, and saw angels descending with flaming swords, guarding the gate. That light wasn't a threat, it was protection. Protection so man wouldn't return before being ready. And when you looked at Eden for the last time, emptiness and a seed. Because before we left, God did something I'll never forget. He clothed us with His own hands, garments made of sacrifice. That was the moment I understood. Even outside Eden, His love still covered us.
After the gates closed, what remained, Adam?
The sound of the wind, and within it, an echo. The echo of the voice that used to call me every morning. The earth now demanded sweat and pain. Every thorn was a reminder, every stone a confession. But still, the sun rose, and in that sunrise, there was hope.
Even after the fall, there was hope.
Yes, because God spoke of a seed, a descendant who would crush the serpent's head. At that moment, I didn't understand, but something burned within me like fire. It was the promise.
Did you believe mankind would return to God?
I believed God would return to mankind, because if He came looking for me, even after I betrayed Him, then He would never give up on humanity.
And the guilt, how did you live with it?
Guilt visited me every night, but faith woke me every morning. I learned that God doesn't seek perfection, He seeks reconciliation. Shame makes you run from God. Repentance makes you run to Him.
If you could speak to someone today, someone who feels far from God, unforgiven, what would you say?
I'd say this: God still walks through the garden. He still calls your name. You may have hidden yourself, but He never stopped looking for you. Eden was closed, but the Creator's heart remains open.
So, the end of Eden wasn't the end of the story.
No, Eden was the beginning of the search, and every tear, every prayer, every sincere repentance is a step back home. Because one day, Jonas, one day the way will open again, not with flaming swords, but with hands pierced by love.
Adam and Eve, how did she live with all of this?
Eve? She cried more than she spoke. But it was in her that God planted hope, because even in pain, it was through her that life would come.
Then the next story is hers.
Yes. If you want to understand the heart of God, you must hear the heart of the one who carried the promise within her.